And it's
returning gifts.
Thanksgiving, isn't it? Is it Thanksgiving over
Yesterday,
here?
Thursday was Thanksgiving for us here in the States.
Happy Thanksgiving for all you US
Yes.
people.
And the day after we give thanks for everything we have, we go out and beat up each other on Black Friday for deals.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Sounds exciting.
Ah, but it just dropped.
Hi,
So
everyone.
hello everybody who watches on playback. We'll
Mm.
wait for peeps to show up. But
We're back. We're back.
yes, we're back by demand. Actually,
Yes,
a lot
we've
of
been
people.
taken on for another episode. They picked us up on the
Yes,
network and they said you've got to do another episode. So we were like,
and it is going to be an extra special one because
it
we're going to
is.
be talking about and maybe seeing if Prince, his purple majesty on the other side, might be willing to share some sage
Mhm.
advice with us, people
Yeah,
here who appreciate his music. And yay, we have someone, Moira.
Moira,
Hi,
how are you
Moira.
doing? Good to see
Let me
you.
get my mouse working because we all know Heather's equipment is starting to. There we go. It happens as you get older. The equipment doesn't work as quite
Yeah,
well.
and technology doesn't work as well with that.
I'm Moira. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anything else, but get your mind out of it. I mean,
Let's get out of the gutter. This is the level that we'll be working on. No, I'm
but
only
we are
joking.
talking about Prince, and we know, and of course,
Yes,
people, YouTube. This is entertainment purposes only. This will be an
it
adult
is.
show. We'll be using language and having fun and stuff because
Well,
Prince, he was a real sexy motherfucker, as
he
he likes to
was.
like to
Yeah,
say,
yeah. And there's a song
and
about that.
got a little bit of a risque.
Yeah. Hi,
But
Jackie.
it's funny too that, and hello,
Hi,
Jackie,
Jackie.
that before Madonna even caused such scandal with her belly button, he was doing these songs in '80,
I know.
like years
Yeah.
before her, and it's just again, it's I think the male aspect. It's okay for
Yes.
the men to
Mm.
talk about what they do and show body parts and things, but when a
Yeah.
woman,
And he was a bit of a gender bender, wasn't he?
yes,
Because
he
he
was.
kind of went in between. And I
Yep.
loved that though, because I remember seeing him in heels and stuff, like on
Very
stage. And
gender fluid. Yep, he
yeah,
embraced it.
but brilliant. He started in the 70s, didn't he? Was his first album released in the
When he was
70s?
younger,
Yeah,
yeah. What Ben and I are
70.
going to do is we pulled up Wikipedia, and there is so much on him. Let's see. Okay, we got some more peeps coming in. Let's see. Jackie says, now I'm going to have to listen to some. Oh, that's one of my time favorites. Prince was hot to everyone,
Hi,
regardless
Beth.
of gender.
Yes.
Um, and there was a song I was just like, when I was younger, I'm like, I wonder who does that song. And then I realized, I'm like, oh my God, that the song Delirious. That was
Oh,
so different from
yeah.
anything like Purple Rain. Do, do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do, do, do.
And it was in
Oh
the
my
film
God.
Delirious, wasn't it, with John Candy?
Oh,
Because he
was
did a
it?
film called Delirious, and that was the song, Prince's song Delirious.
Okay.
But I
Yep.
love that song.
And Moira androgyny, yep, but heels were because he was petite. Yes.
Yes,
That was
that's true.
one of the reasons why I
True.
learned that he kind of got addicted a bit to the painkillers and
Mm,
whatnot because of being short and he wanted to have presence on stage. He would wear these high boots and or heels, and he would
mhm.
jump from the stage, from the piano, all from these different heights, landing on his feet, and that was doing damage to his
Yeah,
back.
because didn't he
And
have
he
an operation?
suffered a lot. I think so.
Yeah,
Um, and a knee injury. I believe it.
yeah.
And Beth is here wrapping Christmas gifts. So
Oh,
no problem,
nice
my
to see you,
dear.
Beth.
And there's Sandy. Hello, sir.
Hi,
Sandy, we
Sandy.
went to go try to pull a couple cards for you last night, but I realized, oh, he's probably fell asleep. So,
Oh, Sandy's British.
yes, he is
Oh, wow.
Devon. Yes, I believe in
Oh, hello.
Devonshire. Yep, from
That,
Devon.
how cool. Nice to meet you,
So,
Sandy.
yes. And then here is Roman, to be or not to be.
Roman.
That
That is the
is the
question.
question. Hip pain killed both Prince and Tom Petty. Yep, so much pain they began using painkillers and other drugs. And a lot of those doctors pushed them on them because they were
Yeah, they
making the
did.
money off of them.
Yeah.
Although I do believe Prince was in the process of rehabilitation when he passed. So there is still some speculation, like with Michael and possibly
Yeah.
with Whitney, that their deaths were a little premature, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yes.
And Ben and I were talking backstage, saying, "I wonder how I can make people comfortable with me asking, that question in a way where, um, but
Well, all we have to say is it's for entertainment purposes only, and it
yeah,
is that. That's what it
it
is,
is.
folks. So
And
yeah.
Fatima is here. Hello, Fatima.
Hello, Fatima. Nice to see
And
you.
Tom Petty wouldn't stop touring even with a broken hip. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, you could also see in Lair concerts he wasn't dancing so
that's
much.
true, Moira.
And so, people, while we're chatting, what is your favorite Prince song, or what's your top
Oh,
three or top
so
five?
yeah, I have to say, can I do album first? Because I mean, I do think Purple Rain is the favorite of mine.
I mean, that's his. To me, that's his.
Yeah,
His masterpiece.
it is. And that's closely followed by 1999 because I think my favorite song is Little Red Corvette.
Little red Corvette.
And I love
Yeah.
that song because of the sound, but then I found out what it actually meant. And I was like, oh, okay. So, but I love
You're like, I'm okay.
but I love that. I was like, oh, I was like in my room
When you
listening to
see
that.
the realization pass across Ben's face, and then he's like, the lights go off.
I was listening to it in my room when I was a kid, and my mum came and says, do you know what that song actually means? I was like, she says, look it up. I was like, oh, okay.
Thanks,
But
mom.
yeah, thanks. But I love that. And 1999, which is off the same album. But what was
Yeah,
it?
that's
And
Moira's favorite too. Little Red
oh, it's
Corvette.
brilliant, isn't it, Matt? You've got fabulous taste, Moira. And what's the most beautiful girl in the world? I used to love that song.
Oh, Prince
That was
loved
later on.
tennis. I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So everybody share what you know, because we'll go by a
Hmm.
little bit of this. But he was born. Let's just really quick. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe that when Prince passed, he was only a few years older than me. He died at
Mm.
57. Well, back then I was 10 years, that was almost 10 years ago. I was 47, but right now I'm just like, I'm going to be 55 in about a week. And just to imagine only having a couple more years after that, and yet everything, you
Yeah.
know, that he left, that he already done. And so let me just back it up here. So Prince Rogers Nelson, born June 1958, so I believe that makes him a Cancer. Passed April 21st, 2016. I was just
Yeah.
like, wow, it's been that long. Known mononymously as Prince, was an American singer, songwriter, musician, dancer, and actor. I mean, he did it all. Um, he was credited as being an influence on modern music, as we'll go to see other artists that he's worked with, especially different genres of music.
Hmm.
Um, and he pioneered the Minneapolis, because he's from was from Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Thank you.
It started.
It's starting already.
It
He's
has.
messing with me. Minneapolis sound, and was influential in the evolution of other genres of music. So he was born in 58, Minneapolis, Minnesota, died in Chanhassen, Minnesota. So basically,
Hmm.
cause of death accidental, fentanyl overdose. Burial place was Paisley Park. So
Yeah.
created and built the studio. So he was buried at his Paisley Park. Um, Other names: the artist formerly known as Prince, and it says here Camille. I'm not familiar with Camille.
Oh, he went by that name.
It says here, unless somebody in Wikipedia put something in there wrong, but
Mm. No, because I think he did, because he was so prolific, wasn't he, with his songwriting that he went under different names, didn't he? As
true.
well.
And I'm going to
Um,
see here really quick. Somebody shared. Was this it? Yeah, I'm here
yeah,
right too.
no.
Entire Batman soundtrack. Yep.
Oh, love that, Jacko. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
And he goes, "Get the
Yeah.
Batman."
Yeah.
I was a senior in high school when that came out. Talk
Wow.
about being old. So did you want to carry for, or do you want me just to finish this little blurb here before
Yes,
you?
just quickly, Heather, I just wanted to say, because I don't know if many people, there's a little bit of information here. Apparently, the year Prince was born was 1958, which was the same year that Michael Jackson was born and the same year that Madonna was born. So all three of those were massive music artists, and they were all born in the same year.
Oh, I wonder what the charts or where the planets
I
were
know,
at that
I
year.
know. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes. And for
So,
me, the year I was born was pretty much the year when we lost Jimmy Janis and Jim Morrison between around 70 going into 71. So I'm like, highlight of 70? Oh, we lost, oh, you know.
I know.
But his
Damn.
years active in music was 75 to 2016. He was married twice to Mate Garcia. That was from 96 to 2000. And then Manuela Testolini from 2001 to 2007. And he does have a child. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Father was John L. Nelson, and relatives Taika. Oh, his mother was left out. They didn't put mom's name in here. But Taika Nelson was a sister. His genres was R&B, funk,
Yeah.
rock, disco, pop, soul, neo psychedelia. His main instruments were guitar, piano, vocals, but he literally, from what I remember, could pick up just about any instrument.
Mm.
Bass, he could pick up
Yeah.
saxophone. I mean, this is how, highly developed his hearing and sense of music was. And
Yeah.
Roman said the Parade
Oh,
album.
yes. Love that album.
Jackie said Hot Thing, Alphabet Street, Get Off,
Yeah.
too big of a catalog. For me, one of my
I
favorites is
know.
Raspberry Beret.
Yes.
It was so
There's,
cute when people go through the wrong door. I'm like, wow, he went through the outdoor or went through
yeah.
the. I mean, it's pop culture.
I know. And Kiss was another one that I used to like. That song
Which one?
Kiss. Kiss.
Oh,
You, you
kids.
know. Yeah. Kiss. I can't do it as good as you ever.
Oh well. His
Yeah, of
labels
course.
were Warner Brothers, Paisley Park, MPG, which would be the new that came right after the after Prince and the Revolution. I can't remember what MPG stood for again.
Uh
Something.
oh no, I do know.
Well, EMI, Columbia, Arista, and Universal. The new power generation.
New
There we
tube.
go.
That's it. The new power generation.
Apparently, he was also a part of the Family and Madhouse. So I'm even
Yeah.
learning a few things. Jackie says Housequake.
Yes.
Man, you guys hear a lot more than I do.
Did you know he wrote songs for Vanity Six as well, which was a group that he kind of
And the
created?
no, that was Rick James. Never mind, I digress. That was Rick James did the Mary Jane Girls, but yes,
Mm.
um,
And Apollonia, was it? Apollonia?
Apollonia, and
Yeah.
later on she kind of went back to God or something. She was like
Yes.
born again, and she was trying to pray for his soul, and he was just like,
No. And is it Mavis Mavis something? Another singer who I loved her album. It was
who?
Mavis somebody. I
Mavis. Well, he worked with a lot of people. He has worked,
think it was
of
Mavis.
course, with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Helped with or she got permission from him to be able to use a chord for Stand Back. He also Sheena Easton,
Yeah.
Sheila E.
Yeah, Sheila E. That was the other one. Loved
I mean,
her
to me,
stuff.
she's been the best female drummer, and I love a lot of different
Yeah.
female drummers, but nobody, even after her lung collapse and she almost died,
Yeah.
she rehabilitated herself and she picked up them damn sticks again. So yes, Sheila E. He worked with Madonna on
Yeah.
her like a prayer album. Cyndi Lauper. So
Yeah.
I'll let you continue. But Cyndi Lauper and Ani DeFranco, folk, the folk punk girl from Buffalo. He
Yeah.
did a song for her on her 4th of July album. So, I mean,
Yes.
so
And Morris Day and the Time, says Jackie.
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Jungle Love. Oh,
Oh, yes.
you got me. Sorry.
That was good with that. It's a shame we can't play the music, isn't it?
Prince too. I think I don't know. I know that he ended up becoming
Oh,
different
yeah.
spirituality as he got older, but I did not know that.
No,
And
I don't.
Magus, hello Magus. Guess what I'm drinking, Magus, with
Hey,
whipped
Megas.
cream and cinnamon hot cocoa just for you. So there we go. Sorry, but go ahead.
Exciting. I'm still waiting for Shen to bring mine in, and he hasn't yet. So,
He doesn't get a tip. When we're done,
oh,
he
fair
doesn't get a
enough.
tip.
That's true. Yeah.
And Beth said, "Did you talk some of the health stuff? He was born with epilepsy,
Oh, I didn't
and he
know
lost a
that.
child to chromosomal birth defect. Yes, he did lose a
Oh,
child. So that might be the child that they listed, but they didn't put in Wikipedia that the child had passed, unless he did have another child at one point that survived. But he was. Look at Beth. She's got to come on every time we discuss music.
she knows
She
her
knows
stuff.
way more,
She
girl.
does.
He
I know, it's a
was
proper
raised
girl.
Jehovah's. Yep. He hid the door-to-door thing in Minneapolis. The door to. Oh, I think I know what that means. I think.
I know what you're thinking.
I
Do I know what you're thinking? I'm not sure. What's
okay.
door to door to you might be different door to what we think.
Door, depending on if it's the front door or the back door. I think he liked both.
I think
He went through the back door, front door. He wore a raspberry beret. Well, if the carpet matched the hair, rug,
if the carpet matches the drapes, I mean, why not?
why not? Okay, see, it's starting already. And we do mean,
No, we do.
no,
We
no
mean it with love.
disrespect, Prince. We're just having fun here. Yes, Heather.
Love.
Oh, he sold vacuum cleaners. Okay.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. God, I'm learning a lot tonight.
And his child died almost after birth. Okay, so then there
Oh,
not must have been
yeah.
another one. She goes, no, not
Not
that door. Well,
Perhaps it was a side door.
hey, from what I can tell, he liked to experiment with probably all sorts of doors. Wait a minute, that's a joke. Oh, the salesman, Beth. I'm gonna.
No, Beth, what are you playing at? We'll believe anything you say.
Oh, and I wore this for him, but it's getting warm in here. I'm taking it off. So there was my purple for Prince.
I couldn't find anything purple, although I did find a purple. I was just telling Heather before that I did find a purple amethyst pendulum. So I know it doesn't look purple, but it is.
That's a beautiful pendulum.
Oh, thank you.
And at the age of 18, he released his first album. So he was 18 when Warner Brothers signed him.
Yeah, and then every year
Dirty
he did an
Mind?
album.
No. Controversy? No.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm assuming Controversy contained do 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 do.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Oh my God! Guess what? There's a song on that album called "Do Me, Baby." Remember last week?
Yes. Do me in the morning. You can do me
Jackie
in the
was like, "Yes, please do me."
do me, she said.
Well, Prince is here saying,
So that was a Prince song then? You see, that was foreshadowing tonight, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. It's not giving me all, but these were the singles from Controversy. So, but they said his first album, it actually landed him, I believe, a top 5 on the charts. Although the album only peaked at 45 on the Billboard 100, they still said that it met with acclaim, critical acclaim. And so, yeah, October 14th, 1981. I wasn't even 11 yet. I was 10 years old when that song came on. That song, let's see. No, he was Jehovah's Witness and went door to door religiously. Yeah.
No, which comment?
Heather had a thought, and she's like, "Nah, don't go there."
But wasn't that the same album, or was it Dirty Mind that he did When You Were Mine, which was actually sung by Cyndi Lauper as well, wasn't it?
I believe he sang and performed that on his own. Yeah, that was from the first one. But
Yeah.
then when she released her album, he sang with her. So that
Oh,
was
wow.
from. Let me get back here because Wikipedia. Oh my God, there's just so much stuff in here. So let's see. Dirty Mind had the song. Let's see, that came out on October 8th of 1980. My God, I was 9 years old. Anyway, Heather, stop it. Um, some of the singles from Dirty Mind, not all the tracks, was Uptown Head, When You Were Mine, Dirty Mind, and Do It All Night.
Yeah. I mean, the first few
Those
albums were
contests.
quite.
What do all these songs have in common? What connects them all? Um,
You only had to watch them on stage to see what connected them all, really, the way
yeah,
he
but When You
jumped
Were
around.
Mine, yeah. Um, he
Love that.
was. It says it's notable for Prince's increasing reliance on rock music elements, high register vocals, sexually
Mm,
explicit lyrical themes, and androgynous image. Critics have hailed its fusion of genres for influencing urban black music of the early 1980s and its lyrics for influencing more sexually explicit music.
mm.
You don't say. But yeah, they said Uptown reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot Soul Singles and the Billboard National Disco Action Top 30 charts. Although the album
Yes.
only reached number 45 on the Billboard 200, it was met with wide critical acclaim. The album has retrospectively been ranked by Pitchfork and Slant as one of the greatest of the 1980s, along
Wow.
with by Rolling Stone and
Mm.
NME. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. So, and then after, let me go back. No, Prince, where'd you go? Come back here. Um, I got that song in my head now. Do 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 do. And then come on, where's the albums for? Where's 1999? They just message it a little
Was it an
mess.
83, that one?
So let
1983.
me. Okay, so 1999 came out in 1982.
Oh,
And of
oh,
course everybody knows the infamous cover, and that was
lovely.
with the Revolution, October 27th, 1982, and it propelled Prince to the place in the public psyche. So
Yeah.
let's see what the main songs were. 1999, Little Red Corvette. So Delirious came from 99. Okay,
Yes.
Automatic and Let's Pretend We're Married. Okay.
I love that album. Absolutely love that
Do,
album.
do, do, do. That's like people going, I can't get Baby Shark out of my head. Well, I can't get.
It's like that, isn't it?
Oh my God. And then, of course, after that, the epic, you know,
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. I mean, if someone were to ask me what would be the top 10 must have be
Oh,
included in someone's collection, it would be Purple Rain.
yeah,
It's
without a doubt.
wonderful.
And the
Um,
movie's good as well.
the what?
The movie, Purple Rain's good.
that that was interesting. I started watching it one day and I went, oh, especially during that one sex. I was like, oh my goodness, because I was still young, my mom and
Yeah,
everything. But the music, it was like almost every song was released almost off that album. I
I
mean, it
know.
was just. It said here, actually, 99 was certified quadruple platinum.
Oh,
Wow.
wow, I didn't know
But
that.
I will say though, after Purple Rain, when he did Under the Cherry Moon, that was to me, it was a fly. I was like, oh no, what
I
happened?
know. It kind of, because wasn't it after Purple Rain though? He did Parade, didn't he? And then it
Um,
was,
every time I go back to get back into here, let me pull up.
I think it
Is that
was.
okay? Let's see.
Hi, Miss Tara Day.
Miss Taro D.
She's
We're talking
here.
about back doors, Miss Taro D. How Prince was
We
a
couldn't work out whether he
door-to-door
went through the front.
vacuum salesman. But you know what? He really sucked at his job, and I guess that was a compliment.
Well, you know, Heather, did you realise what she chose? I mean, yeah, that's the biggest compliment I think you could give it. So,
So
moving on.
so Revolution. Okay. Let's see. Prince released his first double LP, Sign of the Times. So where is? Oh, so they skipped that part because they started talking about his problems with the record company. But let me
Yes.
go back to where's this discography? Um, I mean, you can take over any time that you want. Okay, studio albums For You in 78, Prince, self
That's it.
entitled, 79, Dirty Mind, 80, Controversy, 81. Every year, 99 was 80, 1999 was 82. Then 2 years for Purple Rain, which was 84. Around the World in a Day
Oh, that was it.
was
Around the world in
85.
a
So that's
day.
probably where I think Raspberry Beret came from.
Yes.
Um, so Prince was a backdoor man. Oh my God, wait a minute. Was that? Oh, I thought that was Fatima saying that, but that was Moira. I was like, what? Not my Fatima. She wouldn't say anything like that.
You know?
And Moira said, I didn't like anything after Purple Rain. There were some songs, good Lord, Heather. I'm rapping Dr. Seuss toys. Well, this is you know, I mean, we're talking about Prince, y'all.
Yeah.
So Around the World in a Day, then Parade came out in 86, Sign of the Times, 87, Love Sexy in 88. So every year, Batman in 89, Graffiti Bridge, 90. I completely forgot about some of these. Um,
I know.
Diamonds and Pearls,
Oh, I love
the
that one. That
Love
album.
Symbol album. What did you
Yeah.
love about Diamonds and Pearls?
The song Diamond and Pearls itself, but it went in a very different direction, didn't it? Well, I just felt like it felt very 90s compared to, which it was. It came out in 91, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like that came out after Graffiti Bridge, and I felt it was harder music compared to the poppy, funky stuff of the 80s. But I love Diamonds and Pearls is one of my favourite songs, definitely.
And Jackie says, I still listen to the Ballad of Dorothy Parker
Oh, and
song on
Sign of
Side
the
of the Times.
Times. That's a great album as well. That was a double album, wasn't it?
I haven't
Sign of
listened to
the
all
Times.
the other ones. But
Did
I
you listen
mean,
to
to,
much?
to do, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you did you listen to much of his 90s stuff, or were you more? Because I preferred
I
his
was more of the
80s.
80s.
Same.
90s, well, Cream came out, and I was kind of like, wow, I don't know what he's talking about there. I mean,
What is he
um,
talking about, Heather? Do you know?
well, it's definitely not the
Come
cream that
on.
I've got in my hot cocoa right now. I'll tell you
I
that.
should hope not.
But for me, sometimes I don't know, I had a hard time. Like Kiss was a great song, but
Mm,
it was just like I for myself, and oh, please don't hate me, Prince, but I couldn't. I mean, to me, he wasn't sexy. To me, it's. I know people go like, oh, but for me, it was all about the rock, his color, his
yeah.
energy. It wasn't, for me, it was all about the music and stuff. And then when it was going a lot
Yes.
into the sex, not saying that I
Yeah.
was prude back then, but for me, it was just kind of like, where's Purple Rain? Where's the rock? Where's the, Dearly Beloved?
Yeah.
We gathered here today. It's this thing called life. I mean, everybody pretty much knows that. The minute you hear it on
Mm.
there, and everyone can just, um, basically chant that. This used to be an all ages show. Well, it's Prince today, And I said,
I
did I
hope I'm not.
mention? Oh, I'm sorry.
I hope I'm not bringing you down in the gutter, Heather. Did I mention about waiting for Prince? Oh no, Beth.
Beth, did you get at least a glimpse of the
I love
purple
it.
one, the Purple Majesty? And I know during his uh they did I guess they got a musical concert during his passing, and Madonna performed, and she had this purple, suit on. I thought that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I saw that.
Moira, where did you get that idea? Seven song by Prince. Jackie likes that one. Ben, what did Miss Tarity say about my Ben? Ben looks like a real VJ with his headpiece. There you go.
What's a VJ?
A video jockey. That's what they call the MTV guys that would talk the
Oh,
videos. They were known as
oh yeah.
VJs because it's
Oh,
not
I love
radio,
it.
it's video, so it's a VJ.
Oh, a VJ. Yeah. I've never heard that expression before. I was thinking of something else.
We do just now.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. PSA. Don't let Ben's innocent face fool you. They already
You know,
know how
she-
twisted Heather is, but we can't, we can't let Ben Secret, get out the door. What's this though? Oh look, what does Ben
right.
have to say? My friends would drive me to clubs and we wait and wait. Prince was notoriously a night owl. One time I said, I'm leaving at around midnight or something. He showed up about 15 minutes later. Oh,
Oh no, Beth. That's typical.
that's harsh.
That is
Yeah.
harsh.
But look at all these
Typical.
albums. I mean, he had a
I know.
it was every year. I mean,
It was
Come,
every year,
the
pretty much,
Black
wasn't it?
Album, the Gold Experience, Chaos and Disorder, Emancipation,
You
Chris.
see,
I didn't
around that
know all of
time,
this.
I didn't know. I
The
didn't quite
Chocolate
like.
Invasion.
Well, that's just answered your question from earlier. But so
What's up? But yeah, he just
I wasn't overly keen on his 90s output, although I did like some of his albums though, like the Gold album, the Gold Experience, that was a good one from the 90s.
so I'm
Um,
going to click on there and see what the songs were because I kind of got stopped liking just because of the change, and stuff. It wasn't the
yeah,
same for me. And I was getting into other. I Hate You. Ouch. The Most
yeah,
Beautiful Girl in the World. Gold. And another too is that Sinead O'Connor did a cover of Nothing Compares to You. That was
yeah,
also written by Prince.
yeah,
And from what I understand, that was a volatile relationship too because I don't know he was kind of known to he liked working with a lot of female artists, but then I think maybe he tried some moves or something, or maybe on some others that weren't quite. I don't know, but I
yeah,
know for Sinead O'Connor to be kind of like, but I mean that's her song that she's known for, like Stevie Nicks "Stand Back."
yeah,
I mean a lot of these
yeah.
songs people are going to, they were written by Prince.
I know. There's a load of songs, and Manic Monday was another one. It's just another Manic Monday.
That's right,
That
because
was
he was dating Susanna Hoff. So,
yes, yeah,
I
just
mean, just
another.
go on Wikipedia. I mean, I mean,
It's
the
got
list
loads
goes
of
on and
info in
on
it.
between demo albums, collaborative. Um,
And Heather, I never asked you what's your favourite album, or
by Prince is
yeah,
Purple Rain. My
yeah,
cousin Louise, that passed away when she was 16, that was music that both her and I really liked. And so for me, I even found a used book, but it was in good condition at this bookstore in Buffalo before we had stopped talking, and I got that for her for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. I can't remember, but it had to do with Prince. So her love was Michael Jackson, Prince, Aha, Karate Kid
yeah,
like me. But so for me, Prince was kind of like our thing.
yeah,
So for me, whenever I hear, especially songs from that album, I mean, should be like 1999 too and stuff, but Purple Rain, you know, that defined.
You just saying about, sorry, this isn't Prince favourite, about Karate Kid. I've never watched Karate Kid, but I bought it for Christmas. It's like a box set because I think there's a sequel now, isn't there?
Yeah,
Don't know if that's any
too
good, but
many.
yeah.
Really, after the second one, I think they should have just. But I guess maybe he
Yeah.
might have been, you know, contract wise or whatever. Then they brought one in with a girl. Hilary Swank, I
Mm,
think, might have been the female Karate Kid. And then, of course, you had Jaden Smith redo the Karate Kid. Um,
yes,
and
yes.
then they brought actually Ralph Macchio and the one that was the bad kid in the first movie. I could from the Cobra Kai. They actually ended up doing a series. I never got to watch
Oh,
it because I didn't have cable, but it was
no.
modern times. Yeah, at the ages that they're in. So,
That
um,
sounds good.
and what's this? I don't think she asked for or got the rights to do the song that he wrote for the Family Project, but
Yeah,
Sinead's version is awesome. I mean, she owns it.
she does. There's no, you
Nobody
can't.
can,
No,
like, Dolly Parton wrote and saying, I will always love you, but who owned that song, who
Whitney
really
won it.
was
I
for it,
know.
was Whitney. So a lot
Yeah.
of these songs, um, I personally think his best performance was
Oh,
yes,
yes. That is another great
yes,
song.
I remember that. And I just remember sitting there going, he doesn't. That's why what kind of drove me nuts with all the over the top sexual stuff and whatnot is
Mm,
that for me, it kind of felt like he detracted
yeah,
from his virtuoseness,
yeah.
on his instruments. And when I sat there and I watched that, it brought tears. I'm like, oh my God, what an amazing guitarist.
No.
He was pretty much almost outperforming everybody.
Do you know what I got annoyed with? Because I got into Prince in a big way, when I was younger, and I wanted to collect all his albums because I absolutely loved Prince. And there was a lot of albums that you couldn't easily get, and one was called The Crystal Ball. And it was a 3 CD set, and you couldn't get it. It was like, I don't know whether it was a mail away thing at the time, so it wasn't actually in store, and or that it was released for a very limited time, and they still haven't re-released that album. And there's a few albums
Oh,
where they weren't released commercially, and even in this country, he released a album with a newspaper. So you got it for free, the CD, but it was
the
actually a full
Daily.
print.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
full-on album, and I can't remember what the album was called
And that's
now.
a tabloid. I thought he didn't like what
I
artist
know.
would want to work with the tabloid. No?
2010, he released an album through the with a newspaper, and it came free, and it was Prince's new album free, and you couldn't buy it in the store. I think you can get it now; it's since been re-released, but it was like it was ever so strange. But yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. But
One of the
I, I
Oh,
did
go ahead.
like his, no, I was just saying I do like some of his later stuff, like Musicology. Have you ever listened to that album? That's
Mm-mm,
another. There's like, but these are more like in the 2000s kind of
mm-hmm.
era. But there's so many that I
Yeah,
didn't
Heather
know
was
about.
listening to other music at that point, and
Yeah,
I just, was just like, wow, and I was
yeah,
going here and there. But for me, that
yeah.
that Prince, the '99, you
Mm,
know, the Delirious song, the Corvette, I mean,
mm,
and Purple Rain were just, you know, you just can't. I get
the best.
shivers just thinking about the beginning of, Purple Rain, and you hear the, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just
No,
it
I
was it
totally
was
agree.
semi autobiographical autobiographical. Is that how you pronounce it? But anyways, because
Yeah,
he wanted a little bit of element, which I think too why it did so much better, I think, than the Cherry Moon, because it was a lot of it was something that he was kind of working out because his parents did fight, like in the movie. That
yeah,
song, a lot of it had to do with some of his being raised and the stuff that he went through. So I can see where a movie
mm,
like that could really be, his masterpiece because it's his life.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Jackie says yes,
Yes.
musicology, and she also said saw him in concert with that album.
Oh wow,
I
Jackie,
never
that's
got to see
amazing.
Prince. No, he gave everyone album of the
Oh
CD when they went to music.
wow. Yeah, he was very generous like that though.
Yes, he
He
could
really
be. Yeah.
was. I think it's because he
Hmm.
just made so much music in his lifetime. You know,
Hmm.
he really did, and he went right up until the end, didn't he, making music?
Hmm. I mean, the same thing with Ani. The minute she opened and started her own record label, it was an
Mm,
album every year. So, like with him, it was just like constant, all this music. And I'm like, how people can, write music like that, but then there were times when I could do one or two or three paintings a day. And so, everyone was like, why you, but so you can understand it when you tapped into your creative, you know, your
Mm.
creativity and what, you're good at, it
Yeah,
flows. It
it
really does.
flows. That's so true.
It's incredible how every radio station used to play Little Red Corvette, Giving the
Given
Innuendo.
it's
And
true.
and Madonna got shit for Like a Virgin.
I know. Yeah, it's one rule for one and one for another, really, wasn't it, in them days?
And I'm trying to remember the name of this what was it called? Love Song was the one that she did with Prince on
Yes,
her
like a prayer album.
like a prayer album. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, When You Were Mine, that's a great song off of Cyndi Lauper's first
Oh, I
album.
love that one. That's one of my favourites as
And
well.
let's see. Oh
Oh,
my!
what? Wow. I'd already.
So he was just a bouncing purple speck on stage.
That must have still been exciting though. The
Yeah, yeah.
atmosphere.
Would you have what we called the nosebleed seats when you're up so high that
Yeah.
and then you got to be careful as you're walking because one wrong move
I
and you're
know.
tumbling. You know,
I've only ever seen two people in concert, and that was Cher and Girls Aloud.
you saw Cher.
I did on her farewell tour in 2004. Of course, it wasn't a
Farewell
farewell
tour
tour.
back then.
It wasn't a farewell tour
Yeah,
because she kept coming back, didn't she? But yeah,
hmm
it was amazing. She was brilliant on that. Absolutely brilliant. I loved
wow.
it.
And I know that Cindy is starting to halt now on touring, but she is going to be
I
doing some
know.
some gigs in Vegas. There's this thing called the Sphere, which I didn't hear about until because I'm a Backstreet Boys fan. I always have been for a long time, and they did the celebration of their
Mm,
Millennia album and what you can do in this sphere with the graphics and up close, and it's like this
yeah,
immersive, you know, and it just
yeah,
and I'm like, oh, and I went, oh, Cyndi Lauper might be doing that. Oh my god.
that's
So
amazing.
yes,
Do you like Take That, Heather? If you like Backstreet Boys, I just wondered if you like Take That.
take that.
Have you heard of Take That? They're a British boy band.
Oh, I don't
Uh,
know. There was a song. There was some by I was it Take?
Robbie Williams. Robin Williams.
Oh, Robbie Williams. I don't think so.
No.
There was a song, "Baby When the Lights Go Out." I know that was a British band, boy band. That's on one of my playlists. Um,
That might have
but
been Take That. I know because I forget because we had a lot of boy bands in the 90s, and
mm-hmm.
do you remember a band called the Steps? I don't know whether it's translated over to the US, but they were like almost like ABBA. There was two men and two women, and they were
Oh,
like
wow.
there was a song called Tragedy, which was actually sung by the Bee Gees, but
Yeah, I
they
was gonna say tragedy.
yeah.
So it's the same song.
It's the
Wow.
same
So
song, and
very
they
nice.
did a great dance move. We used to be at school, we used to go tragedy, but it was really good.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Very cool. So, what else do we want to talk about, Prince? Come on, people. What are
tell
your
us
favorites?
what
I
do you want to
know we got
know?
6. Oh, just really quick, too. When I looked at the views from all my videos from last week, guess which had the biggest views?
Really? Wow, we've set the
So,
bar.
Ben and I are going to make this a regular thing. Maybe not every
Mhm.
week, maybe because with the holidays and all, but we enjoy each other's
We
company
do.
so much, and uh, and we
We
enjoy
had a
yours and
blast.
having and we get to talk about music, which we
I
love.
know, and I love
So,
that. I do. It's nice to talk about different things, but mix it in with tarot as well, isn't it? Sometimes, and still have that spiritual sense, but also be able to. But I love music. I'm a huge
yeah.
music fan. Did
Could
you with like Prince in the 80s? Was there anybody else? Because you like Madonna as well, didn't you? Which was two quite high profile artists. Was there
hmm
anybody else that you really liked in the 80s that were similar to how you thought with Madonna and Prince?
well, I love the Go Go's.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I still have
Yeah.
all their albums from my childhood.
Wow.
I
Wow.
have, yep, or yep, yep. I'm going through my head. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
Their God Bless the Go Go's. which was, I wish they would have done another one after that, but they didn't but I did finally get to see them on tour. My Shan got my cousin and I tickets when we were in Niagara Falls. They played at the casino. I was just disappointed because Kathy Valentine wasn't, talking to the girls at that time. They had an outing, and so they had this other bass player. But to stand there and see my girls from when I was, and oh my God, I was mortified as I got older because I had this really kind of, naivety, this kind of squeaky clean kind of image with the Go Go's.
Yeah.
And then I found out about the video. If people have you heard about the video
No.
that made? Um, this has to do with a male groupie, and
Oh, okay.
he was trying to impress the girls by, you know, he was manually trying to impress the girls, and apparently was having trouble. You know,
Wow.
had trouble pitching the tent, and they're supposed to be filming this, and Belinda was out of it, and she had something to say, and I'm like, they did what? And so this image that I had, of the girls, and I'm like, I was, but it is what it is. I mean,
I never
I had
knew
their
that.
45s, I had their albums,
Yeah.
um, so. I don't think Prince expected Purple Rain to make such history.
No.
I don't know, but we can ask him that with the cards.
Yes,
That
that's a
would
good
be a great
question.
question. Actually,
Yeah.
um, did someone say, Ben, here's another video? What? What? Hi, Miss
What?
Moonlight.
I miss Moonlight.
Moira said I had incredible seats for the Smiths. Oh, wow.
Oh wow, Moira.
And let's see, Prince in relation to purple color.
Oh yes, because what is it about the purple?
I
I know.
I didn't
What is
see
it
that.
about that?
Oh, I didn't do my job properly. Well, we were both supposed to be researching Ben.
I
What
know.
kind?
So Heather did set me. Yeah, it's
Here's the
true.
bus, Ben. Here.
Yeah,
Let me
so
give you
it's true. I didn't do my homework, folks, but I thought I'm going to backtrack now. Uh,
maybe we should ask
Bless Heather.
Siri.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey
Another
Siri,
view. uh,
why did Prince like the color purple?
Here's an answer from Vanity Fair.
Because it represented royalty and made him feel princely.
Oh, interesting.
And I have an English Siri too. I
Yeah.
prefer the English accent over the American. So there you go.
Oh,
And
I like.
because of him being short in stature, he felt like he needed to, do things to make him, stand out more. So, um,
You were just saying about Siri then. Like sometimes when you drive, I don't know if you use sat navs and that. Do you have an English or an American sat nav person? Because I'm sure.
for my Google Maps, whatever, it's in English.
Oh,
My
sorry,
Waze
Siri's
app, I
talking.
don't. She comes
No,
up just English, but
for some reason my sat nav was going turn left, turn right, and I was like, "Where's that coming from?" I was like,
um,
I was like, "I'm not in America, but
I tell you
okay."
what.
I love
um,
that accent though. I love
yeah.
that accent.
You know what? It very may well be partially, I mean, the two of them, um, yeah, purple is a color of royalty, and boy, Jimmy, could you imagine if Jimmy had survived
Oh
the
no.
60s and he got together with artists like Prince and or
Yeah.
what, I mean, it
I
just blows
always
my
think
mind.
as well what Elvis would have done if he'd have carried on into the 80s, what music he would have created, and also John Lennon. I always think,
Mm.
oh, what would they have come out with in the 80s?
Who?
Um, John
John?
Lennon. Yeah.
Um, he had, I can't think of it offhand, um, but there was an album that said, Woman, I will do
Was it
do
Double
do.
Fantasy?
Yeah,
Double
there we go.
Fantasy? Something like that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, Prince. Wow.
Miss
And
Moonlight says another view. You said the highest. Oh, it was when you were talking about the highest views.
what was for this show that people. But I have to
I
show you
think it was
something
because
really
we were
funny.
laughing, wasn't it, Heather? Last time we couldn't stop laughing, could we?
Well, we haven't been able to stop.
No,
this
we haven't
time.
been able to stop laughing since we met.
And I have to show you what I sent Roman. I said we're gonna be talking about Prince. Here we go. But yeah.
That is
But what
amazing.
annoyed me was we did have at one point I did have the Purple Rain album. You took out the sleeve, but because of the pictures underneath it and then the font was so tiny,
Yeah,
I could not read the damn lyrics.
that's annoying.
But I don't know if everyone remembers the beginning with um Lisa and what was the other girl's name?
Wendy.
Wendy. Yes, Lisa. Is the
Wait.
water warm enough? Yes, Wendy. Shall we begin? No, yes, Lisa.
Yeah.
Then goes in the
Yeah.
computer blue. And I'm like, what does that mean? As we get older, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
Now, I say they have it. It's interesting because when he died, there was so many songs in his vault as well.
What was
Um,
that?
lots of songs in his vault when he
In the
died,
vault. Yeah.
and there's still. I think there was a load of 80s songs which hadn't been released. And they started to release them, I think, some of them, but I think
Yeah.
Moonbeam Levels was one. Oh, I've crashed. Have I crashed? Sorry.
There you
My
are.
face went
I
crazy.
was like,
I'm back.
I put that
Sorry.
to sleep. I'm sorry. So I'm looking at
Put
your
me
eyes are
down now.
closed. I'm like, oh no. I put that to sleep. So
No, I'm still here. Walking on thin ice. Oh
but
yeah,
yeah.
Yoko Ono. That's
Mm-hmm.
she did a really good song, right, called Bounce. I thought that was really good. Prince said an interview that Purple Rain was influenced by Joni Mitchell. Oh, I didn't know that. Doesn't Beth come out with all these
Yes,
wonderful
she does. That's
things?
why she's got to join. I wish she would join us for
I
one of these
know.
because it's like,
I
oh my
love
god, well,
Beth.
girl, just email me all the deets and I'll start sharing them ahead of time. I'm like, well, okay, according to Beth, no,
According to
so
our oracle.
yeah.
So
So
tell me, Heather, what decks are you using for the
I was
stuff?
hoping to find a deck that was purpley
I
enough.
know. I was
But
looking for the same
I
thing.
do have the Unshakable Inner Truth, which has got purples and pinks on it, and could possibly
No.
offer some messages. I also from the Human Spirit Oracle by Jenna Del Gratalia, she used like lyrics and things from certain songs for some of the cards, and look which one was in there, and I made sure I pulled it out to share it with everybody. Baby, I'm a star. Don't
Oh,
not know it now, but by tomorrow, baby,
love
I'm a
it.
star.
I love
Ooh,
it.
might not know it now. So, yep, I brought that. I also got my gold Nouveau, and it's all gold and
Oh,
glitzy, kind of, like.
that's a beautiful deck. I haven't got that actually, but it's a really nice deck, that
So
is.
I thought I would bring that as well. So, and I do have my Mind's Eye Tarot by Olivia Rose. I don't know if I would use this for Prince. This feels more maybe like an elemental starseed kind of, connection to it. But I also have my hidden something of the hidden realms for Collector and Read, and she's got some beautiful cards in here. One's the Diamond Prince.
Yes.
There's also the Fire Prince in here. So I thought, hey, you never know, that might be
Yeah.
a deck to use. But where was that question? I wonder if I
Oh
could
yes.
go back up.
Where was it, Prince?
Another view that you said the highest views. Unless I thought I said this was the high one, but let me see.
I was just looking for it.
Where is it? Do you remember who
Oh,
asked?
is it Jackie? I didn't think Prince expected Purple Rain to make such history. Oh, Prince
Yes.
was it that one? Jackie. I
How
didn't think Prince.
far? Yes. How far up was that? We'll
It's
look.
10:40. Oh, it says 10:46 on mine, but it won't say that for you, will it? It'll
Oh
say
no.
2:46, won't it?
But at least you remember
I think it was. I don't think Prince expected Purple Rain to make such history, and we were going to
Prince of
ask that.
Relation. Oh, there we go.
That's it.
All right. So, whew,
Right. Let me get my
shake it
other
all out.
deck. Shake it
Do
off.
a
Oh,
little,
that's
do a little tay tay.
yeah.
Shake it
Shake it
off.
off. Shake it off. Right. Hang on a second. Let me just.
So I'm pulling out "Baby I'm a Star." Here we go, Prince. What can you share about your albums, your life, becoming with all respect? And so I don't think Prince expected Purple Rain to make such history. So asking Prince, what was he thinking,
Yeah.
or what was his hopes and fears? With the making of Purple Rain, both the movie and the album.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me put this down. If anybody has a question that they think would be good, um,
Yes. If anybody's got questions, feel free to.
okay. And let's see.
Gosh, this is really interesting.
Ooh, what's this about? I'm wondering. Oh, this you're right. This is interesting. Ooh. Let's see. Sandy says, Ben, have you seen 20 years later, 28 years later? Is that something with
Oh,
Prince or no?
no. I think that's a zombie film. Is that right, Sandy?
For Prince, the
I mean,
zombie, what a
that's.
natural progression.
I mean, Prince could come back as a zombie.
Oh,
You
that would
never
be
know.
scary.
But no, I haven't, Sandy. But I do love. I saw 28 Days Later. 'Cause I
Oh,
do love
Beth
horror.
even brought us a question. Very cool.
Oh, I like it.
Alrighty. So, did you get your cards?
I did, and it's very interesting, Heather.
Do tell.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm
So,
ready. I'm ready.
I read that.
I'm
Um,
ready.
so, did he expect the fame and success from Purple Rain? Well, I got the Tower, and to me, after not coming from 1999, because let's not forget there was a year between that and
Two.
2 years. Now, as before, after, he was putting albums out every year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I get with this album, I feel like 99 came along, it was a success, but he wanted to go in a new direction, and I think he really pushed himself. And you see, like the heel as well.
I'm
Prince
like,
wore
that's a
heels, didn't
heel.
he?
Oh my God,
I
that's so
know.
cool.
So it's like, did he really push himself? But it was either make or break. Was this going to be a success, wasn't it? And for Prince, it also meant about collaboration. It was important. The collaboration was important, and it was with
Mhm.
Prince and the Revolution. So Wendy and Lisa being part of that collaboration, I think, really sold Purple Rain as well. And I think he needed to bring them along again for Purple Rain, like he did in 1999.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I think it was a surprise to him because it was Ten of Pentacles. It was his legacy, wasn't it? You know, with
Those,
the,
I'm looking at mine going, oh, okay,
yeah.
you know.
So I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he thought it was going to be the success it was. I think he put everything in, but he basically blew everything to bits, really, didn't he? With the Tower, blew
Mhm.
it inside out, and You know, I did pull some oracle cards as well. 1999, Turn the Page. It was something I think was a bit of maybe I feel like with this it felt like a risk to him, and that with the Tower as well. He wasn't sure whether this was going to
Mhm.
take off or not, and I don't think he knew. So he was turning the page with his music. He was developing. Um, I think that let it be messy. Well, it was. I'm just not going to say anything else. I think we all know that was. Um, he had a
To
great
me, to
time.
me, that's just saying whatever this is, it's going to be what it is going to be,
Yeah,
and
he
you know,
downloaded
I'm
it,
releasing it. Yep.
and you are becoming. And look at the purples in that. He was becoming the purple one. It was, that was the start of it.
So Beth said, I wonder if he really thought about success in that way. Success was more artistry and artistic integrity. Seemed
Mm,
like yes.
yeah, yeah. But the heel, I mean, that is so Prince, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? This is weird.
It's like okay, we don't need to see how this cards, but Ben answer that question
Yeah.
for
Let's look at the card.
um,
Heather,
so
I'm
I think I'm
interested.
going
What
to
have you
start
got?
with the tarot first because
Yeah.
I kind of like kind of where this is. So when I came to Purple Rain, and I love this, I got the High Priestess, and so for me, he intuitively knew that
Mm,
this was going to be something. He listened to
mm,
his intuition. He was tapping into his feminine side. He was trusting his intuition. The feminine, also with the moon, that has a lot to do with artistry, creation. Um, he already had that wisdom and knowledge of music. And for him, he was like, okay, I'm going to listen to my gut on this. I'm going to move forward with it. I got the Eight of Pentacles. He worked his ass off. He
yes.
worked very hard to get this far. And on this album and movie, he worked hard. He wanted it just right. And he just stayed focused. I think a lot too, this movie helped him hone his skills also as an artist, music wise. And just, starting to see what influence he had working with other artists. I mean, he brought Apollonia in, he brought the time in, so there wasn't that fear of um, you know jealousy, or competition. It was all let's make a movie about music, let's
Mm,
bring this all together. But what you got, that Tower card, I did get something that made me feel very Tower. So I think people might have been telling him that this
mm,
isn't going to be any good, and they were walking. Some people had walked away, or he maybe considered what. For me, this was about, to me, this is the bully card. And to kind of
yeah,
step back too, I'm also getting that, remember how short I was. I,
yeah.
I have a feeling that when he was younger, he may have been bullied. I know he
Mm,
did live. I think he grew up in some areas of Minneapolis. There is a video that sometimes goes around when they were asking. I think he was like 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old. They were talking and asking questions to these young kids in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, and he was one of them. And he was very soft spoken and just had a very beautiful energy to him. And so I'm feeling like this was kind of like, well, take it or leave it. This is what I'm doing. I
yeah,
still looks like some people were like, dude, I'm walking away. This is going to be it. But he stuck to his guns. He wasn't going to be bullied too. He was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be, I'm going to finish this. And
Wow.
my oracle cards, I got leader of the light. And look at the person's in purple.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And it says here, what, excuse me, what are you being called to serve and support others? For him, it was about the music. It was about making beautiful music. It was about going out there, celebrating with the fans, um, putting on those shows, even though it was, killing him as well.
Mm,
He wanted to share music with others. And also with the movie, it says here, trust your faith, dive
yeah,
into the unfolding journey. What is your faith asking of you? So he had faith.
yeah,
Whether or not what people were saying, he's like, I'm going to trust my intuition. I'm going to work hard on this, and I'm going to have faith. This is going to be something that was very special to him. and he wasn't going to back down. And the last one I got, The River Queen. I'm like, yeah, Queen, he
Yeah.
also was, but it was all about the flow, letting
Ah,
go of what people were saying, the
yeah.
negativity, or even maybe some of the doubt he might have had. And he said he just went with the natural flow, the natural movement, you know, of the music, of the flow of what was coming out of him to make that album. So that's
That's
what I
so
have for that one.
interesting. Yeah,
Thank
that
you,
it feels
Prince.
like our cards are quite similar as well. Because when you mentioned about letting it flow, let it be messy, let it flow, kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I thought
Let
was
it be
interesting.
what it's going to be, messy or
Yeah,
not. It's all about the journey.
and
And what. Yeah.
one thing that I just picked up as well on one of the cards I was looking at, turn the page. That's the pen. He was writing his own stuff as well, wasn't he? His own material.
Yeah.
Which, yeah,
And
so
when you showed
fascinating.
"Turn the Page," I automatically thought of the Bob Seger and Silver Bullet Band song "Turn the
Yeah, yeah,
Page."
yes, yeah.
You know.
I love that.
Let's see. Moira said a broken heel, like his injury, maybe. Purple Rain and Stage Injury were both in '84.
Oh wow, yeah.
Wow.
That's
And
so
that's what I liked
interesting.
about Prince. He tapped into his feminine side and he wasn't afraid to be his authentic self. Here, here. Like
Yeah,
they do. They
I
snap
love
their
it.
fingers.
Yeah,
That last card
so
was beautiful.
true.
Not sure which one, but yeah. Let's see. I wonder now. This is the question. If you, oh no, I wonder if you really thought of success in that way. Yeah, more about
Yeah.
artistry. So where was the question Beth had for us? You
Mm.
lived such a life of spiritual awareness and spoke often of the bad influences in the music biz. What happened in your life to take you down the addiction road? All
Right.
righty.
That's a great question.
Here, I'm going to use a different deck.
Okay.
That's a great question.
That is a really good question. So,
Okay. So I'm just going to repeat it for myself. So, Prince, you lived such a life of spiritual awareness and spoke often of the bad influences in the music biz. What happened in your life to take you down the road of addiction? And I'm getting cards flipping out of my deck as I'm doing this.
yeah, same.
Oh my goodness. Gotta love the court cards.
Oh, I've got a court card as well.
There are two of them. But they're queens. Go figure.
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm also going to grab a different. I'm going to grab my Norman.
Do you want to
Oh.
go first this time, Heather?
No, you go, Ben, because I'm
You
getting
sure?
some really interesting Lenormand cards here.
So the first card I got was the
Like
Two of Swords, which straight away I was thinking, oh, he was uncertain about something. But then I picked up the King of Wands. So I think in answer to what happened in your life to take down the addiction road, he was uncertain about someone close to him, I think. Now it could have been someone, or it could that King of Wands could represent the music business maybe, or something. There was a big player here, but Prince also was feeling battered and bruised here at
Mm,
that point. So I think there was an accumulation of issues that was making him feel like this battle worn. but I think there was possibly something going on in the background. But interestingly as well, with the oracle cards that I pulled, stop playing small. Now Prince was always doing a lot, I think, but the next card was interesting because it says progress, not perfection. And I think everybody knows Prince was an absolute perfectionist, wasn't he? So I think, you know, maybe he was too much of a perfectionist and it was causing could have been because of it. But also I've got you've survived worse, which tells me that maybe he was going through some quite difficult situation there. We've got all these stormy waters here. You know, I always often think of water as emotions here. So maybe emotionally he just wasn't feeling it at the time. And both cards here playing it small and you've survived worse of water. And you can see that the water's in turmoil there. So something was going on. We've got cloudy skies here. There was something going on in his head that wasn't quite, suggests to me that it wasn't quite right at the time. He wasn't firing on all cylinders. But I'm interested in this guy here. I'm interested in what your cards say actually, Heather, whether they, you know, think, is this Prince or is that someone that he was uncertain about? I just find that intriguing.
You said that was the Two of Swords, right?
Yeah.
To me, it was almost kind of like having to make a decision, a creative decision. I don't know. I'm using my pendulum because I'm trying to ask him about this one card I got. It's like, okay, stop. Was this one of your wives? Does this card represent one of your wives? No. Does this card represent your mother in life? Oh, big yes. Okay. And does this, sometimes with the court cards, I need a little bit more verification. Okay, so this queen, does this card represent you created? Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, were you done, Ben?
I was just doing what you were doing actually about this court card because I was trying to figure out, does that represent him or someone else? But it's somebody else. Sorry, Heather, go on.
Oh no.
I'm interested
No,
to see
go
what
ahead.
you've got.
Finish your.
No, I've finished.
Oh, you
And
finished.
Beth was saying maybe he was such a perfectionist, Ben, that he couldn't meet his own standards. And he couldn't be the king of wands. He couldn't be the king of wands he'd been, almost like his flat. Yeah, that's interesting. 2 wands cards as well I've got here.
Oh, check this out. Magus, get out of here. When my cousin was on tour with him, he was shy and kind and would whisper in my cousin's ear what he wanted him to speak to the media so that wouldn't be cruel or aggressive.
Oh, wow.
Ear, what he wanted him to speak to the media. Oh my God. Wow. That's interesting. And yes, there's usually a shady doctor.
Yes.
Between people, yeah.
Yes, Moira.
Yeah, I kind of see this. Wow. Okay. Trying to put this all in perspective now. So my first cards were the ones that jumped out were the Seven of Swords. And this is all about trying to set boundaries, standing up for oneself. I'm seeing how the person standing on top, all the swords are coming at him, and he's trying. So for me, with the music business, this was like him constantly having to defend and protect what he wanted to do musically. When the record companies came after for his licensing for his music, this was him um, basically taking up the sword and setting boundaries and standing up for himself. Which to me, then we get the temperance card. And of course, this is about, moderation, sometimes patience. But for me, I think a lot of that sword Also with the community. Oh no, wait a minute. This is swords. Heather, what are you doing? I was thinking wands, but you know what? Oh my God. Because this is a new deck. This is a pip deck. The
Yeah.
Seven of Wands. No, let me back it up. The Seven of Wands is about theft, thievery,
Yeah.
trying to get away with something. Oh my God. So, okay. But you know what? This happened when I was reading with Miss Tarot D the one time, and I saw a different, because I could have sworn I was reading the Seven of Wands. But Heather, so but for me, I feel like he was. I mean, for the Seven of Wands and the
Mm.
swords is basically having to deal with, some sort of attack, or having to stand up for oneself. And with that Seven of Swords, that was him trying to stand up for himself, them taking the music, stealing his music from him, using his name, the royalties. But
Mm.
also, I'm feeling that the loss of his son. There was a lot of things that he felt was being taken away from him, um, which could have been very much what led to, with he felt like, his body had betrayed him. He felt the music business betrayed him. Um, of course, again, those failed marriages as well. It just felt like there was so much betrayal in his life, um, and it was hard for him to see himself betraying himself as well. And with that, the moderate makes sense with the moderation, because there was not proper moderation of medication, proper medical treatment, the support that he needed. It was unbalanced. I did get the Hierophant though, and the Hierophant
Mm.
spirit. So this is going to, well, we're starting to move into spiritual. So I'm thinking that each of these cards are kind of talking about different aspects. So for the spiritual, the mentorship, um, some of the people he looked up to that, were mentors to him, and or him trying to, it just almost kind of feeling like he felt like maybe at some point his faith had failed him. He lost his faith. Things that
Mm.
he saw around him, like with that Seven of Swords. The only way to be able to, with him and with the pain and stuff, was to um, medicate it. Um, and I'm going to set that aside. Um, but part of me wants to say that he also was in the process of wanting to reconnect with faith, that there was more that he wanted to accomplish. Um, but I'm wondering if that Hierophant, that mentor, could possibly be maybe that King of Wands that you had, maybe somebody. I don't know. I'm just kind of being taken to
Mm.
your King of Wands. But I also got Queen of Wands, and he told me, "Oh no, honey, this is me. This is the charismatic. This is me tapping in to my feminine side." I had willpower. I pushed myself through the pain, probably more than I should have, but I pushed myself through. I wanted to give the best performance I could give to people. I had something I needed to prove to myself. He was constantly being inspired, um, motivated, and this was his charisma, his, the life of the party, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um, Now, I also got the Queen of Pentacles, and I asked a couple different questions about who this Queen of Pentacles was. And when I
Mm.
asked for his mother, I got a spin. So this is something to do, I think, too, having maybe things that he didn't heal or needed to heal with his mom, um, or maybe missing the nurturing, the stability, the security, that she brought him.
Yeah.
Um, And then I also, when I asked for a clarifier for her, I got the Page of Pentacles. So for me, I
Mhm.
think she was one of the ones that helped supported him when he was starting to look into. Because for me, the Pentacles, I know music would be considered maybe like, inspiration, like the Cups or the Swords. But for me, this is the student, the studying, wanting to
Mm.
study the instruments, wanting to study his craft, wanting to study acting, all of this. I believe that this is what was, so she was supportive of him on that. And then I got the Five of Swords, so I'm feeling like this was a cause of again of that the bullying, like on that last card, from the other deck. I got the
Yeah.
Five of Swords. So again, there was this intense bullying. And I think too, part of with Purple Rain with his father, like trying to measure up to his father, I
Mm.
think there was that oh, the sense of not just getting bullied by others in the music business, but also growing up with possibly with the kids that he was growing up in his neighborhood, or even the father. You know,
Yeah.
it just felt like it was this. All this was things that in his life that needed to be addressed and kind of added to the mix. And when I pulled the last three Lenormand cards, I got the snake.
Oh wow.
And so for me, there was someone that was not good for him. And I'm wondering if this is
Mm.
connecting again to your Cane of Wands,
Mm.
possibly the doctor or those behind that. Like I said, people sometimes know when someone's having problems with a certain substance or vice that they will still push. It was even Stevie Nicks said it herself. The doctor that was giving her the Klonopin, he knew it was killing her. She was
Mm.
almost dead. A friend had to save her, but he didn't care. He was making money. He kept writing prescriptions. So I think there were a lot of people behind the scenes, like with Michael, with his doctor, and
Mm.
things with Prince, that there was somebody he thought he could trust that wasn't. And I also got the scythe, the
Oh
cutting
wow.
away, needing to cut away this person. Um,
Yeah.
they were no good. But what the one that really broke my heart with the question and what drove him to the addictions as well. I got the child.
Oh
And for me, I'm feeling like this connects with the loss of his child.
yeah.
He just felt
Definitely.
like there was just so much, um, so much loss, including his child, that to him it got to the point. But I still say, like a lot of people still with Michael's doctor and whatnot, that
Mm.
um, they did not have his best interests. And it's
Wow.
so weird. I thought that was Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords. That's weird. Yeah. I
That's
apologize for
interesting.
that mistake, but sometimes
Oh no, sometimes
that
that happens.
happens.
Yeah, it does. And actually it might still mean something even, you know what I mean? It's what
Just
you
trying to
see, isn't
stand
it?
up for himself too. When I was
Mm.
thinking that was Seven of Wands,
Yeah.
having to stand up, have to fight all that off, and how do I fight off all this darkness? How do I, and like what some people do, they go to food, they might go to drink, they
But it
might
might
go
be as well,
to
Helen, the other side of the coin, because if you thought it was the Seven of Wands, that is someone trying to stand up for themselves. But on the flip side of that, the Seven of Swords is someone who is having something taken away from them.
hmm
So, he may have not been conscious of it, maybe that someone was taking something away from him, and that, perhaps that's what he wanted to do, stand up for himself. I think there was a lot of uncertainty with him. He perhaps wasn't 100% sure what was going on around him. Um,
I kind of want to ask if his um if any of, and this is something you can choose to or not to pull cards on, but was there anybody in his professional circle, management,
yeah.
doctors, um how do I say this, that were, is it possible that people in his immediate circle, the doctors, the managers and everything, was there something since possible,
But
was there a sinister agenda, can we say
well, did they not have
sinister,
his best interests at heart?
yeah, was there some sort of you know
Okay.
dark or sinister agenda surrounding because there's some people, memes that have mentioned on YouTube that they feel like this came out of nowhere, that they thought that things were getting better, and why was this, and so there was a bit of, I don't know, but I would like to know if there were people that were supposed to take care of him, if they were responsible for or involved in the untimeliness of his death. My words keep being changed as I'm. Oh, and Moira said, I saw the Ellen interview asking about his child. She was creepy. Oh, good Lord. Whoa, what am I getting here? Oh, now people can say, well, Heather, was just looking at the cards to answer her question. You know what I mean? Beth said, did anyone contribute to his addiction and death?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, well. Where's those Lenormands? The Lenormands always come through for me, it seems like.
I know, I need to start. I was quite fascinated that you were using Lenormand last week, and I thought I wouldn't mind trying.
Did anyone to me, I'm going to add, did anyone intentionally contribute to his addiction and death?
Oh, that's loud.
For entertainment purposes only. This is just Ben and I, a couple of channel creators, just
A couple of
pulling tarot cards.
mad fans. So I've picked some cards. I've really got uncertainty. I just get a real sense of he wasn't sure. So I've got the Hermit. He was on his own. Whatever was going on, I think he felt on his own. I don't feel, looking at this to me, is that he didn't really have anybody else to go to. He was having to go within himself to find people. I got the next card. I got another court card, which is the King of Cups. But we've got.
Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
Because did you get that one as well? Which tells me that I think he perhaps thought that whoever this was, that they were out for his best interests. We've got hearts here, so it just that feeling. But the next card made me think again. This uncertain. We've got the seven of cups here. I don't think he really knew what. It felt like he wasn't overly sure to me what was really going on. Because the other thing I've got as well is, what if it works? I think, he's being told all these things. What was if it did work? What was if he was told that the drugs would work? What if it works? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know how I'm thinking of that one.
But I do get a sense he had a very strong sense of self, although he was on his own. I think he did have some strength there to kind of question it, but I think he was unsure about it. We've got, you're allowed to take up space, and you are the magic. So I'm getting uncertain vibes with my cards, Heather, but you may be picking up something else.
I gave some very interesting.
Oh. He was alone when he died. Yeah, that's true, Moira.
He was alone. Yeah, he was. They said they found him in an elevator.
Jealousy. Yeah.
So these are very interesting.
Oh, I'm interested. Go for it. This is like I feel like this is like question night or something like that, but with it's all right. I'll get overexcited.
So I pulled the Lover's card. Okay.
Oh.
So for me, I wanted a clarifier on that, but I wanted to use my Lenormand deck. And when I asked for a clarifier, because I'm thinking, I don't know if he was seeing somebody, or if this was a female that was a part of his circle that he thought he could. Because I got the romantic female from the deck. So that was the clarifier for the Lovers card. So the second card is the Two of Cups. I mean,
That is very much something
so
about a relationship, isn't
the
it?
people, and so to anyone, yes, there was, I feel, somebody very close to him that he did love. It was an intimate, whether intimate as in sexually intimate, I am not sure, but there was a bond, someone that he felt very close to, felt that they claimed to have understood him. In the card, I said, well, okay, give me a clarifier for the Two of Cups. And so with this whole thing with the, anyone contributing to his demise, and I got the Clover with the Two of Cups. So that is like a good luck, success. But I mean, it's just kind of like saying, yeah. And one of the things about I learned from this Lenormand about clover is that back in the day, clover fields were usually, like, especially early on with our ancestors, it was considered a place where couples would go and frolic and would, have relations
Yeah.
and stuff. It was known as a kind of like, so when those came up, they were like, oh, so success, but also possible. So for me, whatever this was, it almost feels like success. And she's kind of like holding a book too, like writing things down, just kind of, to me, she's supposed to be usually warm, but I'm not getting, that sense, because the next card, everybody, the devil.
Oh gosh, I did wonder if that would turn up.
And the devil, we all know
Mm,
addictions.
mm,
Sometimes not just to, drugs or alcohol or food, but to people.
mm,
This may have been a relationship that ended up not being a healthy one, and that was a little too late. And this relationship caused, you know, um, whether they were the ones that helped provide, said,
mm,
you know, I don't know if his doctor was a female, a male, but I don't know. But there's just this feminine energy. The underlying energy of the whole reading with the tarot cards was the Knight of Cups, and that represents, to me, I feel like this could very well. Okay, so the individual wearing their heart on a sleeve. Here's a cup. Have a drink. Have, I am,
mm.
because sometimes they said that knight in shining armor isn't always who they seem to be. You know what? I want to pull a clarifier really quick on that, Ben, if I can.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
If I
go
can
for
get
it.
it. Because I'm looking at that. The minute I saw the cup, I was looking past what it meant by hearing drinking
Yeah,
alcohol was
yeah.
something mixed into a drink. Was that, um, let's see.
Wow.
Did you get the Three of Pentacles?
Yeah, I did in the other card.
So contributing, assisting,
Interesting.
supportive of this habit, because we saw from that video when he was young, and like with what somebody said, about him being very soft spoken.
Mm.
Um, I feel like he was very much, and that was taken advantage of. But I'm not done yet. Really quick,
Go, girl. Keep
the
going.
Lenormands just kept wanting to come, so I got the mice. And you don't want mice, because mice
No.
get in, they destroy, they they devour, they steal, they steal as in they steal
Mm,
food, they create disease. Well, they can carry disease. They eat away at your pantry, your livelihood. This could be your thoughts, your body. So
mm,
we have the mice. There was something where those mice got in. Um, ugh. Then this was interesting. I got anchor, which is about getting grounded,
mm,
setting anchor. Um, wanting to just wanting to stay. Okay, so wanting maybe him to stay put, keep him in this state. The anchors are also about hard work. I wrote sometimes little keynotes, but they're supposed to be about stability as well. So
Yeah.
perhaps he felt that they were contributing to the stability, or the stability as the progression of his
Yeah.
illness or his life went. Because then I got the three of, well, not the three of, but I got the ship, and the ship is about move.
Mm,
So how can you set anchor and then, set sail? Um, unless the set sail means him sailing off into.
yeah.
I didn't get the coffin card, but what would one of the next cards have been? I got Labyrinth, which is about getting lost, being confused, trying to find one's way out.
Yeah.
Um, I'm interested to see what you think, but the last two, I got the moon, and the moon is about shining your light, being in the spotlight. Again, the tapping into the feminine, but also I got to go along with the mice. I got the fox,
You see, I do
fox in the
think,
hen house.
mm, I do think from what you're saying as well that there were people around him, wasn't there, that didn't have the best
Oops.
intentions,
Yeah, they were kind, and
without a
I
doubt.
love foxes. They get a bad rap, but in this reading, I can see someone laying low, being very cunning,
Mm,
you
mm,
know, and the moon. Ooh, yeah, but it's so interesting how I got the anchor. Maybe he was trying to set the anchor, and yet try. I don't know. That is really interesting how those two cards came out next to each
yeah.
other. Moira said Knight of Cups can be associated with Pisces, my sign, which is very susceptible to addiction. Wow.
Oh
I just
wow.
learned something.
Interesting.
Thank you, Moira. Um, and yes, famous people often have numerous doctors prescribing them
Mm,
drugs. Doing nothing when you know someone is so ill from drugs is contributing.
that's true.
And like they said, a lot of these people, they're worth more money to these record companies when they're deceased than
Mm,
they are alive. And a
yeah.
lot of people feel, or that this is what happened with Michael, with Whitney, because a lot of people knew that Michael was in no physical condition to be
Right.
able to do a 50 tour date tour worldwide. And shortly after announcing that, and then the minute he passed, boom,
Yeah.
sales rocketed. Like
Yeah.
I mean, same thing
Yeah.
with Whitney.
Yeah.
So yeah, the music business is very dark.
Yeah. I agree.
So
Wow, that was so interesting.
yeah.
The great cards, Heather.
I may even pull some more. But I keep looking at that lovers and the two of cups. I mean,
Mm, that's some relationship, isn't it?
I think, and that could maybe represent the relationship that he had with his vices. That could represent that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But with
Yeah.
that female though, I don't know.
Fascinating, isn't it?
If I had room, I would have try to do a Celtic cross, but I don't have the room, where I have a specific
A
question
big
for
one.
all of them. But um, excuse me. So that's what I have. I got to take a sip here. And
Fantastic.
is
Go
there
for it.
any other question you want to ask?
I did see someone put something earlier. Is it
I'm curious to see what he thinks of today's music with all the auto tuning and all of the.
AI stuff?
Um,
Did anyone contribute to his addiction and death? So
yes,
yeah,
they were.
we've just answered that one, right?
And she says, I see this more as his family. Okay. I
Yeah,
love different interpretations, you know, different ways.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
he did
did.
a good job.
So, when you want to ask him what he thinks of today's
Yeah, music.
of music and where it's going. Um,
This is interesting.
his siblings fought for 6 years over his estate. Mm, yep.
They did, yeah. It's crazy how it went actually when he died with his music.
Hmm. Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's ask for this. What do you think of this? Hmm. Oh, yes, they do. And a lot of these kids don't realize that, or individuals. I totally get that card. Wow. That is okay if I go?
Yes, go for it.
So, the three cards here, I was looking at when I look at the underlying energy. So, Prince feels, and I can say this with the energy I'm getting. Music should be about new opportunities. It should be about um, taking the opportunities to be inspired, to again connecting with the earth, connecting with your instruments, connecting with your craft, because the Eight of Pentacles is about working on your craft. So this is what music should be. It should be people offering each other beautiful opportunities to explore new pathways, um, new new pathways, new, what's the other word I'm looking for? Ah, not new instruments, but new instrumentation, new um I mean, he sees some of this, people trying to work on this. So this is kind of like a balance here. There are those who are taking the inspiration, taking the opportunities to be able to hone and expand their craft. I got the Three of Wands. This is about expansion. This is taking that creativity. He would like to see more people taking hold of their own creativity, expanding it, pushing the boundaries. Because the three is about sending those ships out, sending what you want out. So it's about really getting inspired, getting tapped into one another. We need more catalysts. We need more people wanting to go out and explore to see what music has to offer. I got the beautiful Ace of Cups. Music should be about tapping into your intuition, exploring your creativity, the arts, music, everything. All this should still be also taught in schools as well. Um, People need to remember what the true nature of music was early on, getting together with people, jamming, making music, you know, pushing new boundaries, not, not sounding like the bottom overall energy though was the Five of Pentacles. The music today leaves people are it is leaving them feel cold. People are feeling left out, isolated. This is like a poverty. Music is suffering. Um, Musicianship is suffering. There are people who are musicians and creators, composers, producers that are all being put through the ringer. They're being stolen from. The companies are taking the money. People, artists and them are being left out in the cold. And what he advises, I got the Metal King. Nowadays, people within the music, the performing, they need to have discipline. They need to get back that musical discipline, honing your craft, not just doing auto tunes and letting people fix stuff. It's going in, discipline yourself, practice, keep honing your skill. Don't settle for second best. Kind of like him with his perfectionism. He goes, but they also need armors and they also need boundaries.
Mm.
So a lot of these artists need to start creating boundaries for themselves, starting to create their own music labels, putting out exactly what music they want to. Because right now it's in poverty mode, and music should be about beautiful opportunities, expansion, and emotional celebration and growth and creativity. And a lot of that's lacking. I mean, there are good artists out there, but as a whole, you know, it's suffering right now as
That's
these
so
things.
interesting.
So what you get?
Wow. It's very interesting 'cause it's quite similar. So the first card I got was, again, the progress, not perfection card. To get growth, you can't keep being a perfectionist. You've got to keep progressing, and music is very progressive. You know, you've got to try do new things and do different things, which is really interesting because the next card I got was take the leap, which is like encouraging new musicians to take the leap, be different, do something different. Don't try and do it to get, be current. Try taking that leap and doing something different, because it's those things that really solidify a music artist then to be, you know, the legend of, doing something completely different. And I think when Prince came along, that's exactly what he did. He created the can't say this word, the Minneapolis sound, whatever. What was the place called? Do you know
I
what I'm
don't
trying to
know.
say, Heather? Is it
No,
Minneapolis?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
say.
the Minneapolis sound. Yeah,
He created that sound, didn't he? Because they say that he created the funk of that
inspired. Yeah.
time. So he took that leap, and I think I get the sense of encouragement to be different. And I love this card. Make noise, be different, and shout it from the rooftops. We've got the megaphone here. Being different is key, and not following the same thing. Interestingly, the tarot I got was what I think is can be about the music industry as well. And I got the King of Swords, which is to get along in the music industry, you really have to be a business person. You have to think with your head. You have to be clear-minded, and you really have to be quite know what direction that you want to go in. You've also got to have strength. I think it's a difficult game being in the music industry. I think you've really got to have the willpower to continue and deal with all the stuff that comes at you. But also it can also be very rewarding, and we've got the sun there, which is, if you can make all those things come true and be different, like Madonna, Michael Jackson, Prince have done, it can also be very rewarding, and you can get that legacy, out of it as well. But yeah, I get a sense that music today can be very samey, whereas there doesn't seem to be those artists, apart from maybe Taylor Swift, that are really pushing the boundaries. I'm a Taylor Swift fan, so that's why I said that.
I was starting to shuffle my cards because
Go
I
for it.
wanted to ask, a question a little more bluntly, privately. And I was shuffling. The minute I started shuffling, guess what card popped out?
Star.
Baby, I'm tomorrow. Baby, I'm a star.
Mm. Oh wow.
He goes, I love that
Yeah.
star card. Is keep, do what he, follow your dreams, believe in yourself, don't give up on your dreams and your goals. Make sure you be balanced, make sure you're stay grounded, but remember to tap into that the cups, the water, the intuition where our creativity comes from. But don't give up on your dreams. Baby, I'm a star. Yeah.
And just while you were shuffling that, I pulled out that card that came out, the Emperor, and look at the
There's
heels.
the boots again.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love
It's
that.
all about the boots, about the boots.
The
So
king
the
of
base. It's
I
all
love
about the
that.
boots.
Not the beast.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, Moira says, my best friend in school was a huge Prince fan. We went to see Purple Rain. Leaving the theatre, she wouldn't discuss it, wouldn't listen to Prince, and our friendship ended. I never knew why.
She was also, we want to see.
Mm,
Maybe she didn't like it.
no, maybe it was
Yeah.
too.
Maybe it was too sick. Well,
It was a bit though with him and Apollonia, wasn't it? In
yeah,
it
there were
because
some scenes.
that
Well,
were a bit, oh, you know,
yeah. Um,
hard
and
to watch.
then Minneapolis is a crossword between the Dakota tribe Mini, which
Oh,
means
okay.
water, and Apollos, which is Greek for city.
Oh, wow, that's
Minneapolis,
interesting.
Minnesota. It's a land of 10,000 lakes. Yes, there's 10,000 lakes in total in that
Wow,
state. So yeah,
wow,
I wonder if
10,000.
something happened to her at the concert.
Mm,
Wow, I don't know. They went to go,
interesting.
or excuse me, the movie. She went to see the theater, the movie. How
Yeah,
interesting.
wow, that's
Hmm.
amazing. That was very interesting, I have to say.
Yeah. I was asking another question, but I'm going to set those cards aside and just, he says, leave it alone. Leave it as is. You know,
Mm, mm.
I played a part in, he says, I played a part in my death. He goes,
Oh,
not all of
interesting.
it, but he goes, I played a part. So I'm just trying to, and I'm looking at the cards are not making sense and they're not supposed to, because I'm not supposed to answer that question anymore,
Mm,
at least right now this way. So, but
interesting.
no, nope, we
Wow,
were good after the concert, but the movie, there was something she said about the
definitely.
movie.
Mm.
Well, there wasn't, there was domestic violence.
Yeah,
There,
some things were difficult to watch in that movie.
there was, of course, the sex. I'm just wondering. I'm feeling Moira something. I don't know. That is so weird.
It makes you think maybe she saw something in the movie that affected her
Yeah,
because
there was
she
a
had
trigger
something,
for her.
a
I
trigger.
mean, we all
Uh,
have different sorts of
yeah.
triggers, and sometimes we can't watch certain things. Like for me, the Metallica song "Nothing Else Matters." I can't hear the song. I can't watch the video. I can't hear any rendition of it because it was my mom's favorite song by Metallica. It was
Mm,
something that I had connected with her, but when she died, we were in a bad way,
mm,
and there were things where it's like I can't even listen to it because
yeah,
of stuff that I learned. So for me, I know how just a song or a connection to
can
something with
trigger.
the song can be. So I can't even listen to that song. I can listen to pretty
Yeah,
much almost everything else but that particular song, it's like I feel like my insides are being torn. It's just,
yeah.
yeah.
Takes you
So
back,
I
doesn't
get
it,
it.
sometimes?
Hmm. Yes, I think I have post Purple Rain issues because I lost a friend.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry to hear that, Moira. It's always hard losing a friend.
mhm. So, was there any other question I can't think of
No,
really?
you covered a lot of ground.
Oh, I would like to ask him if he's still creating music on the other side.
Oh, yes, that's a good question. Okay, yeah, got to read on that. Shame we can't hear it.
Yeah. And I would like to also ask him if he is going to reincarnate.
Yeah,
And who knows, maybe he has, and the energy we're talking to is what's. But he is very, and the one thing too is when both him and Michael Jackson passed away, it was so sad. And I said to my cousin Louise, "Well, now you get to meet your Michael and your Prince."
yeah,
And
yeah.
so,
Oh, so I've just pulled a card here. Success is already in motion, and look at the sky.
oh,
It's got the purple around the
I
star,
love
which is
that.
what you just pulled as well, wasn't it? So yeah, I get a strong sense of yes with that.
Mm. Well, these are some interesting cards. They might be like, no, because I was going to put them back. He's like, no, those are messages. Those are messages. So I'm going to grab, you know, um, because Heather just can't pull. Just it's like Lay's potato chips. You just can't have one. Heather just can't pull one. That's why there were a couple of
Yeah,
times I was with groups where we were only meant to pull one card for a reading. I'm like, I can't pull one card for a reading.
I want more.
Oh, well. That's not what I was expecting. Oh, okay. Listen to me over here. I'm sorry.
I was like, what has she seen?
You're like, oh, it's like Heather's playing way too many cards, but
I did pull the Tarot Wheel of Fortune, which I think is interesting.
yes, success moving forward. Yeah, to me, it's like
Mm,
the wheel's still turning over there.
yeah,
Oh, like that Journey song. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Do you know that song?
I've heard it. Yeah, I love that
Yes.
one. Great.
So okay, we're going to start with the purple deck.
Okay.
So so these are kind of like messages. So to receive, you must release. So it says here, what can you let go of? What do you want to receive? So I think um, this was his time. You know, he probably could have done much more, but since I was released from my physical pain, and so it's about to receive, you must release. So for me, and they're dancing too. They're in the card. So for me, it feels like, you know, to receive, to keep going, and you know, do to keep creating, to do still explore. He had a release to move forward. um
Yeah.
your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? So he says, be true to yourself. So that's an important message too from him,
Mm,
being true to yourself. And when you do that, you know, the right people will come back into your life, or the right people, like Ben did with mine, and I'm so
yay.
blessed.
Oh, same.
Like with the first card, to receive, you must release. So yeah, you got to of let go of that shit. He goes, everything that he did, it's something that's you got to let go of stuff, so
Yeah.
you can welcome more in the right people. And the other card
Mm,
from that deck is nothing real can be threatened. So staying true to yourself and your dreams and your goals, they can't be threatened as long as you're being real and true to yourself. And it says here, how can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? And I know he was very spiritual. So if this
mm.
is about, reminding, and it's almost kind of like the fro that he had at one point. Remember when he did that?
Yes.
And I was just like, whoa, that's a new look for
Yeah.
Prince. But yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
remember.
again, um, it says here, actively creating heaven on earth. And so to me, it's a yes, creating, because heaven is as above, so below, so to speak, with the
Yeah.
magician. And so those are important messages. And then get going. So from the tarot, I got within Crean on the other side. He's gotten control. He's taken control of the reins. He's moving forward. There is a beautiful amount of celebration on the other side, connecting with
Oh,
family, with loved ones, and finding his place, in home. I
yeah.
also got the Page of Cups, and in my Fyodor
Mm,
Pavlov deck, he relates the Page of Cups to artistry, whether it's painting, drawing,
mm,
music, expression. So for me, it's like starting over again. Always still that
mm.
youthful. Should always be learning. So he goes, oh yeah, hell, I'm on the side. I'm learning. I'm exploring. I'm still tapping into that intuition, those emotions. Um, the only thing is he had to go through the tower. I think that was
Yeah.
difficult, because I feel like he did, he really he did want to go, but he didn't. So it was that tower moment in this life. But on the other side, he's able to take that tower that was destroyed, and now he's rebuilt it to a better foundation where it's more loving, it's celebratory. He's in control of everything, of himself. On the other side, he doesn't answer to anybody. Nobody owns him. He doesn't have to get
Yeah.
permission to do anything. And he's tapping into that beautiful intuition. And I got the Hawk Prince.
Oh my gosh.
Spirit,
How
can
weird.
you communication, paying attention. So he's
Interesting.
acknowledging that, yep,
That's
he's paying,
amazing.
he knows that. So it's about, you know, yeah, to me,
That was
it's
amazing, Heather.
communication, paying
That's
attention.
fab.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for those
Fab.
of his fans that love, when they hear them songs, the music, it's that form of spirit community. It will always touch everybody's spirit, but
Yeah.
just to get that after we're asking him, well, are we talking to his spirit? Well, spirit communication, he's paying attention
Mm.
to us. So
Yes.
you
The amount of
can't
cards
ask.
we've seen purple in, and you've just had that Prince card.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. Hope you're okay.
So yeah, I think that was pretty darn cool.
That was wicked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for the memories,
Yeah,
even the ones where you
absolutely.
go, oh, ooh,
Yeah.
no.
So,
But yeah.
it's
Yeah,
definitely
Tom
someone you're not
Tom
going to
jo-
forget.
Tom Jones redid Kiss, the
Yeah, he
song
did.
Kiss, and
Yeah.
as I'm saying that, I'm trying. I'm picturing him in my mind going,
Yeah. Well, I
"But you
thought
didn't like it,"
it's very different, isn't it?
because he was
But
very humorous too. Some of the faces
mm,
he would make in
yeah,
videos, like, I
yeah,
mean, he was very, I mean, even
yeah,
a comedian, he was very,
yeah,
he
yeah.
he didn't hide his
No,
his emotions.
no, not at all. And I think he said what he thought actually.
Yeah, that was
And that,
pretty
yeah,
amazing. So,
yeah.
but I guess that's wait a minute. I guess that's it. Only 4 o'clock. We've been on for 2 hours. It doesn't even feel like
Wow.
it.
I know it goes too quick. This is what happened last time, isn't it?
Wow,
Goes
reminding
quick.
me of one of his cover picks. That card. This one, Jackie. I don't think he ever had an album.
Was it the one
Who
before?
knows? I didn't see the album covers really after that. Um, but I like Prince more with the um, in the Revolution.
Yeah, me
You know,
too.
the
That was
other
my
one, the New
favourite
Power
era.
generation, I was like, yeah, okay, but it was just more because I think a lot too at that time, record
Yeah.
companies were starting to promote more and more was being that was sexually explicit or allowed. They were
Mm,
pushing for, like with the rap music and stuff. It was becoming more, talking about the violence. There was, more of the misogyny. There was more of the
mm,
language. There was a push for, I like big butts and I cannot lie. A lot of these things started taking off where,
yeah.
okay, times are changing and we're now allowed to, push,
Mm,
sex even more to be able to sell music. And so I think a lot of that was just, you know,
yeah.
it was leaving more of the music, and going more for marketing and what's popular
Mm,
and what will sell,
yeah.
instead of the artistry. So I think that might be, one of the reasons why too.
Yeah.
Oh, the Afro card. I gotcha. Yes. And he had his glasses on, little, round back
Yeah.
glasses. Oh, we had a blast.
Oh,
We had
yeah.
some really interesting cards.
Very.
And Jackie also said, I thought of that album Prince as soon as I saw that card. Or I mean, with the first one. I mean, I didn't realize his the extent of his catalog.
Oh, it's massive. And even you think after the 80s he didn't do much because you just never saw him, did you, that much after that because he changed his name to a symbol. But he did like an album every year after that, if not more.
Hmm. I don't know how he got his rights back, but I guess the more he kept going out with, slave written on his
Mm,
face, and
I know.
I mean,
I
look
mean, there's
what
more questions, isn't there, that we could ask
you
actually
know,
on another live, I
and
think.
look, you know, what they tried doing that to Taylor, the
Mm,
one producer. I
yeah.
own your music, you will
Yeah.
get, and so, oh really, fuck you, I'm going to record, and so things
Yeah.
like that, I'm
Yeah.
sure it gets the thumbs up. This is
Yeah.
something he says they got to do. They got to set those boundaries. They got, like you, that
Mm,
King of Swords. They have to learn
mm,
about contracts.
Yes.
And a lot of these people
Business
sign
side of it.
contracts without realizing the fine print. And TLC
Yeah.
was a group that said, because Pebbles, people remember Pebbles from the 80s. They ended up being their manager,
Yeah.
TLC's manager. And it's always been bitter because, they sold millions and millions. They were constantly on tour. And then when they got their paychecks, they were like, where the hell's our money?
Yeah.
And they accused Pebbles of stealing from them. She's like, well, no, you owe me for this, you owe me for that, and this had to go, da 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 da. And they were like, how
Yeah.
do you, make millions of records, win Grammys, go on concert selling out tours, and you hardly get anything in royalties? So this is something that really, and it's just gotten worse, really.
Yeah.
But I like, that Taylor, took control of her catalog.
Yeah, I thought that was good of her to do that.
And, you know, people might be like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of her. Well, at
I love
least
her.
she's,
I think she's great.
yeah, at least she doesn't have to get on a bed on a Grammy stage. Sounds, I don't know if and then do a WAP performance,
No,
you know,
exactly.
and it's how they're being judgmental. Yes, but I'm just saying the talent, and I don't
She's
know.
very talented. She's another prolific kind of.
There's ways of being able to be sexy.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I agree.
I mean, here's the girl that grew up with Madonna, and Madonna could do no wrong. Every time she did something, my mom, oh, that disgusting bitch. And I'm like, well, but when the sex book came out, I was like, oh shit, Madonna, what the hell am I supposed to do? How do
What am
I
I supposed to do with this?
And I remember going to the library and going through going,
I know. It's like erotica though, isn't it, as well? Like the front cover of is it the front or the back side of the
sucking on a
erotica?
toe. But I
Yeah.
thought she was sucking on something else. But I'm surprised that song with her and Prince wasn't released as a single.
I know, I thought that as well. But when I
With
listened to
them
that
two
song,
being the sex people of pop music at that time. I mean, there was
yeah,
nobody
it
else
doesn't feel
that was
like a
as
Madonna song though to me. It kind of, to me, it seems a bit misplaced on the album, to
really.
me, because I always think of it
What
as,
album should that have been on? You think?
I don't feel like it's a Madonna song. I feel like it's more Prince than
Okay,
her, but he never put it on his album, which I thought was,
it's
I
a
don't know,
very
it just seemed a bit
interesting.
odd, out of place to me.
I'll have to listen to that song now.
Mm. I
Yeah.
forgot how it goes. It didn't stay. It wasn't a
It wasn't like
song.
a regular song. It was like this is not a love song, and then
Yeah.
she'd be like, oh, and he'd be like, eh, and I'm like, okay. I can't remember.
It,
For
it's
me,
not a song.
once I start hearing the song and they start singing,
Yeah.
then the words come back.
It's not a song that stood out to me now. Which, when you think two of them together, it should have done. I always wanted Michael Jackson and Madonna to do a song together.
Yeah, well, they were like, oh, they're dating. I'm like, no, she just wanted to go out with him on her arm, and
Well,
all
she
that.
wanted him to. The song Michael Jackson did called "In the Closet." She wanted to do that with him, but she wanted him to come out of the closet dressed in like as a woman, or as if he was coming out gay or as whatever. But he was like, no, that wasn't
Michael's
what
like,
he
oh
wanted to do.
no,
I'm not doing that. He
yeah,
didn't.
they caused quite the stir when they showed up together at the Grammys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great though. She did a great performance, didn't she? Of Sooner or Later.
Hmm.
At that, I thought that was brilliant.
That was from the Dick Tracy movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
we need to
Question:
do another live.
I would love to know if at any point he thought the drugs fentanyl were going. Okay, so I guess we're not done yet. Prince, are
Right.
you still open to? Well, let's see if I get weird cards, then I'm going to know that he's going.
Yeah,
But no,
it's going on. I would love to
because a
know
lot
if
of
at
people
any
did
point
it.
the drugs were going to kill him.
This says the same thing happened with the Stones losing monies. to their lawyer. Okay, hold on a second. Do I have to reshuffle? Oh, no, I don't have to reshuffle.
No, I've just had quite an interesting card.
Mm,
That was just come out,
say yes to you.
which to me is a big yes. Yeah, I'm just
Um,
going to pull a card on that.
I think I clarifier.
I think he would have known that they weren't. It wasn't good for him to keep taking them.
Wow, this is interesting. Do I have a card in here? I think I pull so many tarot cards is because I eat with Lenormand. You can just keep pulling them and they tell a story. And
Yeah.
Oh.
So, am I right to go, Heather? Sorry. So, this is interesting. I got the Page of Swords. That card to me is like someone he's looking away. That person's looking away. They're distracted by something. So I almost think like, yeah, he did know, but it was at the time it was probably helping him. He didn't want to face it. I think he was distracted. You know, I also got the High Priestess upside down, reversed, which tells me that, you know, there was something going on there, but he didn't want to see it. He wasn't listening to his intuition at that point. And then we also have the Knight of Wands. He was on a merry-go-round kind of thing here. He just kept going with it. He was just flying forward with it. And then be unstoppable. I think he got to the point where he just couldn't stop.
Oh my God. I'm looking at my book here. That's why people say, oh, I don't need to read the book. Oh, everybody should read the book because it gives you different perspectives. It gives you different key phrases to look at the cards that you may not think about. And I'm glad I took a look at my tiny little Scarabeo booklet.
It's always good to have a look sometimes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm done.
Oh, are you done? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so guess what I got, Ben?
What did you?
So I got the Knight
How
of Wands,
crazy.
and in this book, listen to this: bold and bound for glory, this knight may rush in where angels fear to tread.
Oh, wow.
He is more susceptible to failure than those who never take a chance, and yet fortune seems to follow him and keep him from true harm. Well, that one there. But that line, he rushes in where angels fear to tread. So he knew it at one point, definitely, that he need to stop or else he was going to get the Four Swords. He knew he needed to stop and rest, and
Yeah.
he wasn't doing it. He didn't take that respite that he needed. And of course, we get the Wheel of Fortune. It did not go very well in his favor. And get what the last card is.
Death. Oh, wow.
And the
Gosh, Heather,
underlying
that's
energy
interesting.
was the Five of Cups. So there was a lot of grief, again, reiterating the grief that was going on, the anxiety, the depression, trying to medicate all of it as he
Yeah.
was going through all this. And from my Oracle deck, the Calibre Oracle deck, I got the Fire Prince, which is about aggression. Well,
Interesting.
optimism and aggression. So initially, maybe there was like, oh, I can handle this, I'm not that, but then the addiction became aggressive. There was, and then the last one I got was the Hungry Ghosts. obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. So I think by the
Interesting.
time it was just too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moira, the Four of Swords. He did not
And
stop. He did not. He. So yeah.
your cards are on point.
Well, both of ours with the messages and
Yeah.
on them. It's just wow. It's almost like he gave up. It makes me sad. I think he threw in the towel, as it were. And like that one card is just like, he had to let it go. He had to release to receive. And for him, I guess that was the only, um, I'm feeling like, there was some hope, but again, people were enabling. They wanted to
Yeah.
take the money and stuff, and they were like, "Well, how long can I, just
I
feed off
don't.
of them?"
I think it was the people around him, wasn't it, that wasn't
Yeah.
helping the
Well, those
situation, to be
cards I
honest.
got,
Yeah.
especially that feminine energy of,
Yeah.
here, don't look at, yeah.
Mm, so sad. Very
So
sad
yeah,
this morning. Yeah.
he probably asked for help, and what he got was misinformation and deceit, and
Mm,
by then, yeah. And Beth said Tom Petty signed a terrible contract in the very beginning. I think I remember that.
yeah. Ended up
He
paying.
ended up paying for the Heartbreakers album to take control.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
Same thing with the Stones until they got rid of their lawyer. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is very sad. But yet, dearly beloved, we are gathered today to get to this thing, through
Been
this thing
through.
called life.
Called life. I love it. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
We should look
And
forward to that.
actually, yeah, we at that workshop I took a couple of weekends ago, they threw up his chart, and I was still getting confused with the charts. So I was just listening to it, acknowledging, yeah, but the chart did
Mm,
show, this great geniusness with music. I mean, by
yeah.
all means, it was almost like bordering on prodigy with him, and it showed that in the chart. But then it showed the the crossover, not the crossover, but the there we were learning about malefic aspects and things and stuff, and so while it showed all this, tremendous amount of potential for creativity and everything, it did show, houses where
Mm,
there was the struggle that you would see, and so yeah, it makes sense. I wonder if
he's
the
failing
same
health. It
health it
seems.
create and perform. Yeah, that's possible too.
Great. Yeah.
Then,
Wow.
losing two, ending two marriages, losing a child, it just,
Yeah. Yeah.
that,
It's
that would
sad.
make a lot of people, give up, throw in the
Yeah.
towel. So,
Without a doubt.
but again, he wants us to remember for the music. I keep hearing, dearly beloved, yes, dearly
Yeah.
beloved, we are
Yeah.
here to get through this thing called life.
I love that, the beginning of that song.
Hmm.
Um, Let's Go Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and he mentions the doctor, Doctor so and so. Da da da.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can't think of it. And I mean, the minute
I
I hear the
know.
song, I'm like bopping. Da 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 da. Doctor Feel, was it Doctor Feelgood or was that Motley Crue? I know Doctor Feelgood.
That was Motley
That
Crue.
called Doctor Everything Will Be All Right.
Yeah.
You know, because things are much harder than they are. Things are much harder
Mm,
here than in the afterworld. When you're here, basically you're on your own. It
mm.
ends up you're on your own. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's end this show right. Let me pull up the lyrics. And so we can
Yes.
all end on, let's
The
see.
words.
Hey Siri,
Hmm?
lyrics for Let's Go Crazy by Prince.
I found this on the web.
What, you can just take me there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So
Go for
everybody,
it.
thank you for being here today with Ben and I.
Yeah.
We will do another one of these. If there's somebody specifically you want us to reach out to on the other side, let us know. Or we can just, pull cards again and have fun and have some laughs like we did last week. So we're going to end this, and here we go. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life. It means forever. That's a mighty long time, but I'm here to tell you there's something else, the afterworld. A world of never ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one. Doctor, everything will be all right. Instead of asking him how much of your time is left, ask him how much of your mind, baby. Because in this life, things are much harder than in the afterworld. In this life, you're on your own. And if the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor. Woo! Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you again.